doing. All right, let's go to, this is pretty interesting and terrifying all at the same time. This is from Scientific American. First genetically modified mosquitoes released in U.S. are hatching right now, coming to a horror movie near you. I linked it. Crazy, right? All right. This week, mosquito eggs placed in the Florida Keys are expected to hatch tens of thousands of genetically modified mosquitoes, a result of the first U.S. release of such insects in the wild. A biotechnology firm called Oxitec delivered the eggs in late April as part of a federally approved experiment to study the use of genetic engineering rather than insecticides to control disease-carrying mosquito populations. The move targets an invasive species called Aedes aegypti, that carries Zika, dengue, chikungunya, is that how you say it, yellow fever, and other potentially deadly diseases, some of which are on the rise in Florida. The experiment relies on a genetic alteration that will be lethal to a large number of future offspring. In this case, the male mosquitoes have been modified to carry a gene that makes their female progeny dependent on the antibiotic tetracycline, and thus fated to die in the wild. As the mating cycle repeats over generations, female members are depleted and the population is suppressed. The modified insects eventually die off, making this approach self-limiting. Can we file this under how can this go wrong? I think we probably should. This is the old playing with God, right? This is that whole bit. So I don't know how to feel about this. It's one thing to be able to say, hey, look, we did this thing with science and it's amazing and it's going to work. And it's another thing entirely to release things into the wild that haven't actually come from the wild, right? So I guess you could say these are aliens, right? Kind of how we always say, like human pig chimeras of sorts. So these are actual mosquitoes that have never been part of this earth before, genetically. So alien mosquitoes, let's say. And so, like I said, how can this go wrong? Because it's one thing in laboratory settings and whatnot, but once you release things in nature, you kind of can't know everything about how this will go. So hopefully it doesn't it doesn't turn really, really bad, poorly for some reason. I don't know. Like just think of some ways this could go bad. I don't know. I'm not into this type of stuff. Genetically modifying things and into the details of those things and into the weeds, as they say. But I don't know. I can, kind of like the Michael Crichton, warning of, just because you can doesn't mean you should, is that here we go. And here they're releasing these things in Florida, and hopefully it actually helps and doesn't hurt some